So you're saying there's no other man for me besides him? That this relationship is all I'm worthy of? Katherine said with a shaky voice and tears in her eyes. Ma'am, stop that. Don't say that. But it's true. Throughout all these years, I've only dated one man and he... She responded. Katherine and her daughter were in a restaurant. They had ordered coffee and dessert, but neither had even touched them. Katherine needed to speak her mind, and her daughter was listening carefully and being supportive. Her phone suddenly rang. She didn't know the caller. There he is. I bet it's him again. I'm so sick of this. I'm not going to answer, she said, hiccuping. Katherine's husband died 4 years prior. Their daughter soon went to college in a different city, and now only visited on her breaks. Katherine was alone. She wasn't eager to remarry, she just wanted someone close to be near her again. She didn't want to go home to an empty house. She wanted someone to talk to go out to eat with, and walk, and just be at home in front of the TV. She met Andrew at a mutual friend's party. This was 2 years after her husband died. They had a nice chat, and he offered to walk her home. He was divorced and had a daughter from his first marriage. They started talking and spending time together, and Andrew moved in after 2 months of dating. Their life together was pretty good overall, but Katherine wasn't particularly enticed since they didn't know each other well. They began talking about his ex-wife over dinner one evening, and Katherine asked, probably as a joke, if your ex asked you to go back to her, you'd probably agree, wouldn't you? Of course, Katherine expected he would say no chance, that he was with her and loved her and something like that, but he sat and thought for a long time instead. Katherine looked confused and asked, Andrew, what are you thinking about? Are you saying that if she waved her finger, you'd go back? What about us? I thought we loved each other and were serious. Why aren't you talking? Do you love her? Katherine asked. Andrew sat and thought again, not knowing what to say. No, I don't love her. But you know she's the mother of my child, he mumbled. What? Your daughter's 18. She could get married any day now. Sorry, but this isn't what I expected. I thought I meant something to you. Maybe you should just go. We're done, she said, crying, and left to the bathroom. She heard him open the closet and the dresser. She realized he was getting his things. Katherine was distraught. He was just going to leave without trying to justify himself or smooth it out. Katherine couldn't be there, so she got dressed and left. She wandered the streets for a while, then sat on a park bench and sat until it was dark. When she got home, Andrew was gone. Andrew gave Katherine her key back, through the friends they met through. The next 2 years of Katherine's life were like a roller coaster, and it was all because of Andrew. They fought, he left, they made up, he came back. All their fights and misunderstandings were because of one reason: his ex-wife. As soon as they started talking about his former family, he began to praise his ex-wife. He said she was a wonderful housewife and an outstanding mother. Even though she filed for divorce, he continued to praise her and compliment her. And he thought she was a super mom because she raised her daughter alone the last 6 years. However, Katherine also raised her daughter without a husband and received no praise. Overall, these conversations upset Katherine greatly, making them fight and Andrew leave. He always was the one to make peace. He started calling her, she forgave him, and the cycle began anew. Over time, Katherine realized that she was tired of it. Seeing him after being separated didn't bring as much happiness, and the fights repeated soon after anyway. After their last fight, when Andrew left again, Katherine finally decided to stop seeing him altogether. She even changed her phone number and deleted her social media, so it would be extra work to cross paths and talk to Andrew. But oddly enough, since she was in a big city, she started seeing him everywhere. She saw him in the grocery and the mall. One day she saw him at the movies while with her friend. And now she was with her daughter in a restaurant, pouring her heart out. I don't understand what's happening. I meet my floor neighbors less than him. I've done everything to cut off contact, and as bad luck would have it, he's everywhere I go. It's like he's following me. Hey, Alex, do you mind giving me your phone so I can call Katherine? If she sees me calling, she won't answer, Andrew asked a colleague. He learned her new number from mutual friends. Did you fight? Alex asked. Yeah, I don't know what to do. We seem good, but we fight often. Alex looked at Andrew and furrowed his brows. Obviously, you're torturing her. It's time to get married. You're not kids, you know. You'll end up alone like this. First of all, I don't ever plan to marry again. Second, Katherine has never asked about marriage, Andrew answered. Alex didn't understand. What do you mean? This isn't what you fight about? Of course not. Andrew said what the real cause was. He listened carefully and said, Look, I've heard of solidarity, but sorry, man, I can't support you here. You live with one woman and praise another, and you want Katherine to welcome this? Sorry, but I don't understand you, man. Here's my phone. Go ahead and call. But don't be stupid. From what you said, Katherine's a nice lady. If you're not careful, she'll be gone, Alex said jokingly. Who's gonna take her? You? Andrew answered, also joking. Why not? I'm single, and honestly, I'm tired of being alone. I'd happily get tied down, Alex sighed. Andrew called her several times, but she didn't answer. A week passed. Katherine often thought about that unknown number that called her in the restaurant. Maybe I should call back. But why? If it wasn't him, I can just make sure. She dialed the number. Hello? She heard a man say. You called me, Katherine said meekly. It was silent for a little while. Yes, I did, Alex said suddenly. They began to chat, and he, not knowing why, suggested meeting. To his surprise, Katherine said yes. Their first date was unbelievable. They really liked each other. It turned out that Alex's joke wasn't just a joke. After 2 months of dating, Alex proposed, and they got married. Alex was very different from Andrew in the best way. And most importantly, he didn't have an ex-wife. Andrew moved to another city. Katherine learned from mutual friends that he soon after met a woman and even proposed. He rethought his behavior and came to his conclusions. Katherine was happy with Alex and truly wished Andrew to be happy. Maybe it would work out this time.